the bus to the other. Unfortunately, when we got there, it was really windy, like 40 miles an hour of wind, so we weren't able to climb. So instead, all we did, we just scampered around the rocks and checked out all the crazy formations. I'm a tiger. Grr! This turned out to be very interesting because I was literally stuck between a rock and a hard place. Carl got some really nice scenic shots, and I shall display them in a panoramic manner now. After we got bored, we moved over to Sullivan Lake in Custer State Park. This lake was really, really beautiful. The sun was on it, as you can see in the pictures. It was really, really nice. We found some really good boulders right next to Sullivan Lake, so we decided to shoe up and try a few problems. This boulder was quite tall and was a bit intimidating because the rocks were very crystal, but they were also really slippery. Here you see Matt working up a boulder problem that he successfully got. I got on it and was much, much more nervous than he was, and pulled down too hard and ended up bashing my knuckles on the rock. Nobody got a picture except Carl did get a nice shot of my ass. Here you can see me taking a look at my fingers and as they bleed all over the place. Here's a nice picture of bad spotting technique. Hi there, my name is Matt Johnson. Look into my eyes. This next problem was really sweet. We started off on a side pole Waco. You bumped up to a two-hand sloper, put your foot in the Waco, you bumped up right to a crimp, locked off on the crimp, reached up to a not so good crimp, high stepped left foot to the sloper, bumped out right to a good crimp, then you topped out and proceeded to dance like a fool. Matt was so happy that we were both able to get this problem, he attacked me. After bouldering, we cruised around the park to check out some of the scenery. Here is a great picture of Matt peeing into the wind with disastrous results. While looking around, we found this cool rock fin thing. So Matt and I both climbed up each side, and once we got up to the top, we had to stop and figure out what to do. So we figured we'd try and pass over each other, which made it kind of awkward. There's this hole right in the middle of this fin thing, which we were able to utilize to get some good pictures. Look at me! Hooray! I'm 8 feet tall! Stretch it out! After all that, we left Lake Sullivan to meet up with our friend Pounder. We met up with him at a place called the Firehouse in Rapid City for some good food and some good beer. Here we are, just sitting outside waiting for a table. After that, we went inside and got some good food and called it a night. The next day, our friend Pounder took us out to Rushmore to do some climbing out there. Carl brought with his Eagle's Nest hammock. It's really, really comfortable. They're sold here at W Trek Outfitters. His wife, Abby, she is not much of a climber. So she just did schoolwork or homework or teacher work all day. And she pretty much just sat on the crash pad the whole day. Here's a shot of her sitting on the crash pad. Matt and I started off the day by just leading up a 2-pitch 5-7 just to get a nice warm-up. It was short, but the moves were really fun. Here is another picture of Abby sitting on the crash pad. Next, our friend Pounder decided to set us up on some 512D problem. It was actually really, really, really good. Here's a few pictures of him working up it. The crux was moving out to like a side pole undercling with just crappy feet, and then moving up to a couple of the crystals, and then having to, oh, here's Abby sitting on the crash pad again. Next, Matt, he gave it a shot. Here's some pictures of him working up through it. Here's a picture of Abby sitting on the crash pad. I can do it. Oh. I got on the rope next to try the side pole undercling with super crappy feet. Here's a picture of Abby sitting on a crash pad. I can do it. Failure. Eyeball. Next, we moved around the corner where Matt led up a 511 something. Pounder gave him a ride. Carl, he just kind of relaxed. Yeah. I didn't actually climb it because my fingertips are bleeding. But Matt said this rope was really, really sharp and really painful. I think because he ended up taking a few falls, it was probably really painful to Pounder as well. Next are just a few really neat pictures of Matt's climb I'm just going to spin through.